Just north of downtown LA, we're live from beautiful Dodger Stadium. Today, the finale of this quick two-game series between the San Diego Padres and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Get ready for Dodger baseball. Next on the show. Dinelson Lamet is on the mound for game 2. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, one of the things this guy does really well, neutralize the left-handed hitters. On the season, lefties are hitting under 250 against this guy, so whatever he's doing against lefties, it certainly works.
Striding into the box, Professor Slugger. He will lead this one off today.
Number 16.
Here's the first pitch to him. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Seager onto the grass, one down. And here's a chance to look at the starting 9 for the visiting San Diego Padres. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, I love the way Eric Hosmer plays the game. He's one of those guys you want at the plate in those big game-defining moments. He's such a clutch hitter. I love watching him in those situations, and hopefully we'll have that in this game as well.
Next up for Los Angeles, Dinelson Lamet. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. Working for the punch out and the now a bunt attempt here. Echeverria for 1. Onto the pitcher covering it first, and it's your textbook 3-6-1 double play that'll get him out of the inning. So 1 run on 1 base hit, the home run, no errors, and no one left. We played 2 full. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Padres nothing. We welcome you back on a sunny day here in Los Angeles, set to start the 3rd inning in this one. Ready for another chance? Professor Slugger, 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Slugger.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Chopped weakly to the left. Turner right there, and that's the second out. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Kelby Tomlinson. First time up, he went down looking.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later inning.
Hit out towards second, and that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one. So we'll see if they have something in the works here with the leadoff hitter aboard and a guy that can really handle the bat in the number 2 spot.
Leadoff single to start the 3rd right now. From an offensive standpoint, keep the aggressive at-bats happening. Keep the pressure on the defense.
The San Diego batting order turns over and set to go. Professor Slugger will start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. And this will be pulled in just in front of the warning track for the first out. Digging in and looking for more, Yasmani Grandal. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far.
Grandal.
Hard hit ball to second. To his left, Slugger. In time to first, and there are 2 away. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Professor Slugger. He flew out in his last at-bat. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Tomlinson moves over. One away. Ready once again, Trace Thompson. And he'll start out the bottom of the 8th inning.
Trace Thompson.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Ball swung on and grounded out towards second. Slugger fields it cleanly, and he will whip this one over to first in time for the out. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Professor Slugger.
Professor Slugger.
Here's the first pitch to him. And opposite field as he lines this down the line in right. And that is down, as that could be 2 bases. Galvis rounds the corner and is headed home. And he's safe at the plate, as it's now a 1-run ball game.
Cliches are around for a reason, and that hit right there is a reason they say baseball is a game of inches, right? Just barely fair, but that's not much consolation to the guy standing on the mound. Nice RBI 2-bagger.
The batter, number 11.
Here's Echeverria now, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Comes set, and the 0-1. Heading out towards shallow right. Perez is going to get there, and that's the second out of the inning. Riding in once again, Eric Hosmer. He'll go to work on getting that tying run home from second. A crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. Drilled down the line, and this will get by him at third. Down the line, it's a fair ball. He pulls into second safely as a run comes across to score on the play, tying the ball game.
You know, D-Row, there are some guys that shy away from hitting when it really counts. Top of the 9th, and this guy comes through to tie this thing up.
Yeah, he was able to slow the moment down right there. Get this back.
Every game has its offensive stars, and in this one, he arguably shined the brightest. He's our top player of the game.
Well, he blasted a couple of balls over the wall in this one, really put the guys on his back and carried him to the victory.
And this afternoon's closes at a 1-run game, 7-6 today. Los Angeles get the win despite 3 errors in the field. Pedro Baez earns his 3rd win of the year in relief. So that's it for us this afternoon. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB. Summertime by the Bay, AT&T Park in San Francisco. Tonight, the first of this 4-game weekend set between the San Diego Padres and the San Francisco Giants. San Francisco attempt to end a 6-game losing streak. Next. Madison Bumgarner gets the start for San Francisco in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, one of the strengths of this guy is handling right-handed hitters. Right-handers coming into this game are hitting under 250 against this guy, so he's doing a lot of things right when the right-handers step into the batter's box.
So striding in, Professor Slugger, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
Second baseman, Slugger.
Here's the pitch. First of this 4-game weekend set as the opening pitch is swung on and missed for the first strike. Guys, you take a look at the Giants as they begin play here tonight. They are in the midst of a pretty bad stretch as they've dropped 6 straight coming in. Bumgarner ready with the 0-1. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Now a swing and a miss on the fastball. Then the leadoff man is set down here for the first out of the evening. And here's a chance to look at the starting 9 for the visiting San Diego Padres. D-Row, what do you got on this lineup in the series opener?
Yeah, Matty, this team has been putting up a lot of runs lately. From top to bottom, just swinging the bat super nice. Pass the baton mentality. Guys not trying to do too much, trusting in the teammates behind them.
Ready for another chance? Professor Slugger. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Hoping to limit the damage. Here's the pitch. Fouled off.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
Push to the right side, but an easy play over at first to glove it, and the side is retired. Friars forced to settle for just the 1. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. The Padres on top, 1-0. Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. His lifetime numbers with Luis Perdomo. He's got 3 base hits in 16 tries. He also has 1 home run. Now the payoff pitch home. Hard hit ball to short. On to Hosmer, a double play, and the inning is over. 1 hit in the inning, but that gets erased. We'll go now to the top of the 3rd. The Padres lead it 1-0. And now the Giants pitcher, Madison Bumgarner. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Madison.
1 out, nobody on. Ball swung on and grounded out towards second. Slugger. And quickly there are 2 away. Digging in for his second at-bat, Enos Esparza. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Esparza.
Hit hard on the ground to second. Fielded. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Giants leave 1. They still trail 1-0. The San Diego batting order turns over and set to go Professor Slugger. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Up around the face. And the slider just stayed north of the strike zone that time.
Boy, you don't see that very often out of a rookie. That's a 2-0 count, and both of those pitches were really close. This guy has a pretty good eye.
Popped him up. Belt in foul ground, and that's the 2nd out of the inning. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Austin Jackson. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Here comes the 0-1. Hard hit ball to second. Reined in. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Giants will have to be content with just the 1. 5 innings complete. All tied at 1-1. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Professor Slugger. It's been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. This is in the air out to right field. And the two-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. So they let him off the hook here by scoring no runs despite the 2 walks. We've reached the 7th inning stretch here in San Francisco, all tied at 1-1. So the lineup flips over and digging in, Professor Slugger. His day at the plate hasn't amounted to much, 0 for 4, but this is a great opportunity to make amends.
Well, when your team really needs you, like they need it right here, you have to be able to put your personal struggles out of your mind. Right now is all that matters.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. First pitch is a sinker, too low, 1-0.
No doubt, some saves come easier than others, and I know this all too well. They're really making wrapping this thing up a difficult task.
Now the 1-0. Hard on the ground towards short. Crawford's got it, and they will get to force, and a tough way to end it here as this ball game is over.
Yeah, it's only been a week, but I guess it probably feels like a million years ago since they had their last win. But this 6-game losing streak is behind them now, so we'll see if they can string some W's together.
Close one tonight, 2-1 the final score. The Giants jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Madison Bumgarner pitches his way to a team-leading 12th win of the year. Jeurys Familia earns the save out of the bullpen, his 31st of the campaign. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show. We are under the lights here on a Friday night at AT&T Park in San Francisco. Tonight, game 2 of this 4-game weekend set between the San Diego Padres and the San Francisco Giants. Giants baseball is next. Johnny Cueto will be on the bump for game 2 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
So striding forward now, Professor Slugger. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Underway in the 2nd of 4 here this weekend as the game's first pitch is taken for ball 1. Guys, you take a look at the Giants as they begin play here tonight. They come into this one fresh off a victory last time out that ended a 6-game losing streak.
Yeah, Matty, the first game of any series is super important. You have a chance to set the tone, whether it's 3-game set or a 4-game set. You take the first one, you put that other team on their heels.
Weather not much of an issue tonight. A mild 65 degrees here at game time. Here it comes on 1-1. Missed with a slider. The 2-1. And this will miss as well. So he's in danger of losing the leadoff man here tonight. It's 3-1 now. The 3-1. Full count now.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
And he lays off ball 4. That's exactly what you want your leadoff man to do, work the count and get on base.
And don't forget, he lost his last time out, so he wants to get off on the right foot here. The last thing he wanted was to walk the leadoff man.
Digging in now for San Diego, Adeiny Echeverria. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Under it now is Crawford, and Brandon's got it for the first out. A chance now to give you a look at the Padres starting lineup. Dero, what you got on this lineup tonight?
Matt, you take a look at both these lineups. They got their work cut out for them. This is going to be a pitcher's duel. Both these guys can execute and have a chance to go deep in this game and turn it over to bullpen. Somebody is going to have to get that big 2-out knock with runners in scoring position.
First baseman Eric Hosmer is in. He went hitless last night in a game where his guys could push across only one score. Slugger, base runner at first with 1 out. Lifted the other way out to left center. Crawford into shallow left, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Striding forward, Michael Conforto, and he's a guy that's really scuffling at the plate right now.
Number 30, Michael Conforto.
Slider whiffed on for strike 3. A great pitch to put an end to the inning.
1 left for San Diego. Padres nothing, Giants coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Digging in to try it again, Professor Slugger.
He bats here as the reigning Rookie of the Month in the National League.
First pitch of the at-bat. Tough slider over the inside corner for a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the two-seamer, and that's out number 1.
On the mound, he's thinking, grab some pine, Rook. Listen, for almost everyone, the adjustment to hitting big league pitching is a big one. Some guys have success when they first get called up, but as soon as teams start figuring out how to get you.
Stepping up to the plate, Martin Maldonado. And you can see his home road splits there. He has not fared very well in front of the home crowd, oddly enough. Now the 1-1 pitch. Popped high in the air. Slugger is there for it. Makes the play, 1 away. Ready once again, Professor Slugger. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First delivery to him on the way. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Back goes Jackson, but he won't get there as it lands just shy of the wall. Throw to third, but he's in there as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play.
Well, there's one way to get our first run of the game across. Good hustle there on an RBI triple, and they're in good shape to possibly make it 2-0 with another base hit here.
Here's Echeverria now. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point.
Echeverria.
Is put in play to the right side of the infield. Panic scoops it up, and indeed he'll take only the out at first as the run comes in to score.
And here with the infield back, they were giving him the run on a ground ball, so he just takes advantage of that and drives the run.
Striding in once again, Professor Slugger. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
Slugger.
First pitch of the at-bat. The cutter runs outside, ball 1. Melanson looks in, 1-0 on its way. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
Boy, you don't see that very often out of a rookie. That's a 2-0 count, and both of those pitches were really close. This guy has a pretty good eye.
A cold strike on the inside corner. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball in for a strike. Hit out towards second. Panic is there. Throw to first gets him. 1 out here to lead off the 10th. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Professor Slugger. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball 1.
This is where I think you find out a lot about a pitcher's moxie. No one warming up in the pen. He's in trouble right now. He knows it. Can he right the ship and stay composed?
Now the 1-0. Finds the zone, strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. McCutcheon is over to his right as he puts this one away. 2 down.
Well, they had to put in a couple of extra innings of work, but hey, listen, a win is a win, and any win is good, especially on the road.
4-2 the final score tonight. Fernando Abad earns the victory out of the bullpen, his 5th. Brad Hand closes the door for the save, his 23rd of the campaign. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. Saturday night baseball here on the show from AT&T Park in San Francisco. Tonight it's the 3rd of this 4-game weekend series between the San Diego Padres and the San Francisco Giants. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Chris Stratton gets the start for San Francisco in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
This guy's kind of hard to figure out. You'd think most pitchers would love pitching in their home ballpark, but he struggled at home so far this season. There hasn't been a lot of home cooking for this guy, and that's something he needs to turn around in a big way.
Now at the plate, Professor Slugger, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
Slugger.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And our first pitch taken for ball 1 as we are underway tonight from San Francisco. Guys, you take a look at the Giants as they begin play here tonight. They continue to fall on hard times, losing again last time out, and that makes 7 losses in their last 8 games.
Yeah, Matty V. Hey, D-Row, talk about a team that's scuffling right now. I had a chance to talk to the manager before the game. He's not happy. The players aren't happy.
Yeah, and just a malaise has kind of come over this clubhouse. We had a chance, like you said, to walk through it a little bit. The boys are not jumping around. This is a big game today.
Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. He's around first, heading for 2. And he's going to try for 3 right out of the chute tonight. Slugger takes the turn at third. He wants it all. The tag, and he is out at the plate. So much for our first run of the ball game. And here's a chance to look at the starting 9 for the visiting San Diego Padres. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Well, keep an eye on the dynamic abilities of Will Myers. He's certainly a guy to watch out there in this lineup. Everything he does makes them click. When he's swinging the bat, well, they just go.
So in now for San Francisco, Chris Stratton, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Longoria, the runner at first with 2 gone. Gets this one down. The flip to the pitcher covering, as that will retire the side. So a very good outburst here as 5 runs come across and allow them to take the lead. Second inning now from San Francisco. Giants out in front here, 5-0. Next to the plate for the Padres, Professor Slugger. He was gunned down at the plate trying for an inside the park home run his first time up. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. McCutchen is under it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. He popped out in his first trip. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Sent on the ground out to second. 1 there. On to Hosmer, a double play, and the inning is over. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Back with more on this fine Saturday night following this. Here's Joe Panik. Previously against Tyson Ross, he's got 3 base hits in 16 tries. He's also gone down on strikes 5 times. Ross is 1-2. Attempt here. Hosmer is up with it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1 left for San Francisco, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Ready for another shot now, Professor Slugger. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Slugger.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Lifted in the air to center field. Crawford is there, and that retires the side. When we return, it'll be Andrew McCutchen to start things out. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Giants 5 and the Padres 0. Digging in once again, Professor Slugger. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
Here comes the first pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball.
Not a bad idea right there. Make this guy work and see if he can throw the ball over the plate. Throws the first pitch for a strike. They need to get some runners on base, and not a bad plan. Unfortunately, the pitcher came in with a strike on the first pitch.
hit sharply on the ground. And that's through for a hit. So it's a leadoff base hit to open their half of the 8th.
Boy, this has been really frustrating. They're piling up the base hits, but they can't seem to get that one big knock to drive some runs in.
Yeah, and this can get frustrating for a team. Doesn't matter what your batting average is. The bottom line is W's and L's, and they got to find a way to get some runs.
Number 11, shortstop.
At the plate, Adeiny Echeverria. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Now a bunt attempt here. Only played at first, so the sacrifice works that time. So one man gone for the Friars in their half of the 8th. And standing in, here's the first baseman, Eric Hosmer.
Yeah, and this is the guy for me. I think this is the guy in the clubhouse that the guys truly gravitate towards. The total package of Eric Hosmer's game is really special.
Ready on 0-2. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2. Here's Will Myers, runner in scoring position with 2 gone.
Right fielder, Will Myers.
Slugger at second with 2 down. Pitch popped up. Crawford over to his right, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Padres leave 1. Lead looks insurmountable here. They're down 10-0.
Well, the tone was set for this game from the very first inning. They came out absolutely banging the ball around and took that great start to another notch in the win column.
10-0, the final shutout score in this one. The Giants pick up win number 60 this year. Chris Stratton earns win number 7 on the season. Tyson Ross is charged with number 16 in the loss column this year. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Giants, Canada.
Rain coming down here in San Francisco's China Basin as we're at AT&T Park. Today we wrap up this 4-game weekend series between the San Diego Padres and the San Francisco Giants. Major League Baseball on the Show is next. Jeff Samardzija, the right-hander out of Indiana, will be doing the pitching in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy's had a really solid season, and what shows me that more than anything, solid 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio, and if he continues to do that, he'll pitch really well in this one.
Now at the plate, Professor Slugger. He will lead this one off today.
For San Diego, second baseman, Professor Slugger.
First pitch of the at-bat. And now here's a ball hit pretty well out toward right center field. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. And he's looking for 3 right out of the gates today.
Find the ball.
Slugger isn't stopping. Here he comes to the plate. The tag, and he is out at the plate. So much for our first run of the ball game. A chance now to give you a look at the Padres starting lineup. What's the word on them as they try to split the series, Mark?
You know, Matty, when I look at this lineup at first glance, the fact that they're last in doubles doesn't mean a whole lot to me. But then you got to say to yourself, if they're not driving the ball in the gap, they're certainly not driving it out of the ballpark.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Professor Slugger. He matches up with Jeff Samardzija to get the inning underway. First pitch coming. Here it is. A high fastball is in there. Danny Dero, this Giants team, as they begin play here this afternoon. Well, they come in fresh off a victory last time out, but they've had a rough go of it of late as they've lost 7 of their last 9 games.
Yeah, Matty V. Hey, D-Row, this has not been the kind of homestand that they would like to have so far. Through the first 5 games, they're 2-3. D-Row, getting to 500 on this homestand is certainly one thing they'd like to do here today.
Yeah, they can salvage a little bit.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Professor Slugger.
Slugger.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. No balls and a strike to count. Belt trying to get there, and no one can get there. It's a foul ball. 0-1 count, and the pitch.
That's outside.
Missed with a slider.
You know, guys, these hitters have had some great looks at that slider so far, and clearly they're all on the same page. The plan is simple. Lay off that slider and make him bring up something straight in the strike zone.
Hit out towards second. Scooped up to Crawford for 1. On to Belt, and they turn the double play. That ends the inning. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. The San Diego batting order turns over and set to go Professor Slugger.
Professor Slugger.
Here comes the first pitch. Takes this the other way to right. Into the slide, and he comes up with a great catch for the second out.
That's a slick play out there as we take a look at it on show motion. He was charging in quickly, and he slides to get under the ball just before it reaches the ground and gets the out. Well done.
So that brings up the outfielder Austin Slater. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Austin Slater.
The 1-2. Hard hit ball to second. Slugger right. Throw on to first. 2 gone. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Professor Slugger. He's 1 for 4 for the game. First pitch on its way.
Too high.
Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
Boy, you don't see that very often out of a rookie. That's a 2-0 count, and both of those pitches were really close. This guy has a pretty good eye.
Melanson pauses. Here's the 2-0. Fly ball out to straightaway right. McCutchen is under it, and that's the third out. 1 left for San Diego. They're on top 7-2. Alan Hansen the next to
Now
bat.
batting, second baseman, Alan Hansen.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Ground ball to third, and they could get 2. There's 1. On to first, and he rolls a double play ball to end it here as this ball game is over.
Yeah, and they end this thing with style, turning that double play to preserve the win. That's what we call finishing strong.
And this afternoon's game ends 7-3. The Friars hosted a 3-run first to propel them to the win. Fernando Abad gets the win in relief, his 6th of the season. Jeff Samardzija allowed 7 earned runs to cross the plate in the losing effort. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.
A coach presses a player to keep raising the bar.